What's going on, guys? Travis with the RAC Garage, and in this video we're working on the coffee break Roadster again. We put the brakes in mainly, that's the main focus of the video, but we also do a couple things in the engine, like put an electric fan on it, put some switches. The tree gets taken off of the house, finally. So you get an update on that, and you see all the trucks and the crane taking it off. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on in this video, so let's jump right into it. Alright, so we have no room for the mechanical fan. I know I could probably figure out a way to make it work, but it's just too much work for what this truck is. It's just an old jalopy. So we're throwing an electric fan in there, and it's gonna work better, fits better. It just doesn't look the part. But it's got a hood. The hood's gonna be on it most of the time anyway. Not really gonna tell. So Kelly's gonna throw this in here. Alright, so Kelly got the fan on. I know, electric fans, poo-poo. But, you know, this truck is about, well, stupid thing keeps coming out. I need to lock the grill into place. Truck's about reliability. And it's pretty much all I care about with this thing. So electric fan it is. I really don't care. So you just gotta cut those little nubs. Then that thing will be on. You just gotta wire it up.
I don't know what I'm doing now.
We're putting those things on, which are radiator hose clamps. Because now the radiator's pretty much in spot and it doesn't need to come out, I don't think. So we're gonna put these on. I think we gotta just undo them fully for the bottom. Oh, no way! We got them from Bob Drake, so
I just noticed.
they have Ford script on them. That's cool. I didn't even notice that. So, yeah, we're definitely using these. I was gonna try to use an older looking one, but since it says Ford on it, I'm using these. So, actually, we got these from C.W. Moss. I don't know who Drake might make these, but yeah, we're putting them on. Oh, Kelly's gonna put them on. I'm gonna time lapse it. Putting push button underneath the seat. It's really no good place to put it in the car. The dash is full, and my tool gauge pod on the steering drop, column drop, only has space for two, and I don't know, I feel like it's kind of obvious. I want to put this kind of hidden somewhere, so if someone doesn't know of this car and, you know, wants to steal it, they don't know where the push button is. Makes it a little harder on an open car. If it was a coupe and I could kind of lock the doors and stuff, it'd be kind of different, but you can literally just hop in this thing and steal it pretty easy. So We'll hide this best we can. Cool. There we go. Right under the seat. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
Key on. What's that, buddy? Big trucks, huh? So I'm gonna take that truck and pull the tree out with the crane so nobody gets hurt. And then we got more tree trucks to trim the front trees while it's here. Got a big truck in the way. If you need trees trimmed, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Allen's Tree Service. Call them up. See the crane, buddy? Really? There we go. Sweet. Watch your head. Yeah, it's not attached to the tree. It fell right off from it. It was totally hollow.
Oh yeah, we were worried about roots getting tanked, all that.
Oh no, no, it broke about, I don't know, 2 feet up
We thought
from
it
the tree.
uprooted.
Oh, nope, nope. It was a raccoon living inside of it. It was like this much around the whole tree, that's it.
I think beavers would do that, not raccoons.
Right? I think they just found it and were like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, maybe.
There it is. No. Imagine. Ding. Ooh.
I really prefer modern rivets. Rivet guns are freaking sick. Yeah.
Come on.
Got it?
Yes.
Jim.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Guy who say literally anything that's on his mind at all times. You know.
Yeah. Disclaimer, I'm not a professional, and I don't usually do brake stuff, but I'm going to explain this to Kelly because she really doesn't know anything about brake stuff. So me knowing a little bit is better than nothing. So I'm going to kind of explain to her what we're doing with the lines, how we're routing them, yada yada. So starting with the master cylinder. The front is going to come out of this port. Probably going to go under, around here, through this cross member, so we're probably going to have to drill a hole. It's going to go down the side of the frame rail, continue in the frame rail, get to about here, I would say. I'm not too sure what I'm doing over here, but I know it has to split into a T somewhere. And then one tiny line will go to the left, rubber line that's already attached to the master, and then a hard line goes in the cross member and to the other rubber line on the other side, and then that front is done. The rear, obviously, if the front came out of this, the rear is coming out of this one. And we're going to do a short line to around here somewhere. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. And then I have this short rubber line that's going to go here somewhere, maybe like this or something wacky like that. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. And then from here, it's going to be one straight line that hugs the top of the drive shaft tube. It's called something else. It's escaping me right now. It's not called a drive shaft tube. Torque tube. It's going to follow the torque tube down. It's going to get to somewhere over here. Then I'll probably use either one of these bolt holes or something to attach the second T to, and then a line's going to come this way, and the other line's going to come that way, and attach to the backing plates. And then the brakes are done. I'm going to back over at the master cylinder. This master cylinder is a dual master cylinder, so the front brake and the rear brakes are separate, so if you get a leak in the front, the backs don't lose any fluid, and vice versa. And there's an adapter here. I want to zoom in here from Old Yankee Speed Co. that adapts the 2-bolt master cylinder to a 3-bolt to a 2-bolt. So you can run this master cylinder here, which is off of, I believe, a 68 Mustang, and those have residual valves, I think they're called, built in, so you don't have to run those little residual valves in the lines. I'll put a link in the description to the adapter from Old Yankee Speed Co. Thanks again, Matt Firestone, for sending me one of those. And the master cylinder you can get from any AutoZone, Advance, O'Reilly's, Napa. I believe it's a 68. If it's not, I will correct it in the description. So yeah, it's got those built-in valves, so it will hold pressure on your brake system, because that's what those little valves do that you see inside of the brake lines. Put it in there. Yep. Hold the cap and pry it off. There you go. But they're nice wheels, so the clips work really well. I don't know what year this is. If you guys could tell me what year these are. They're like bubble dishes. The other ones, I have a lot of them. They're like concave kind of dishes. Yeah, like concave. I like the other bubble ones because you see these so often. Oh no, look at that. Somebody didn't know what they were doing.
And now turn this way?
Nope.
I thought you were turning this way.
I am, but you're not doing anything. Yeah, there you go. Now you got it. Because before, when you were spinning that way, you were moving the wrench with, like, the wheel, and it just wasn't loosening it. If that makes any sense. Mind if I can do that?
What?
Just like while it's spinning, put the wrench on it and
That'd be
just
sick.
to the next one. So we're just gonna find a spot in the frame back here. It's gonna be, I don't know, maybe an inch or so back from the furthest bolt hole for the stock shocks. I tested it on the other side. Kelly turned the wheel while I had it over there. We should actually have done it now because the wheels are off the ground. But I put it against the frame and she turned the wheel, and well, actually now it doesn't look like it'll work. So maybe we'll have her do that again. Yeah. So I was thinking about putting it like here. So turn the wheel.
Wait.
Don't matter. Okay. That's fine. It gets shorter that way. Go the other way. It gets longer that way. But still seems alright. I'll go as close as I can to that bolt, and it should be fine. Because I still got room, and it can go up and down. It's a little tighter than I'd want it to be, but I still think it's going to be alright. Because I guess I could go in there, but the motor mounts are there, so I can't really get the clip into it, so that's no good. And I can't use these because I'm using my shock mount right there, so I kind of need to go way out here. Oh man, I don't even think that's gonna work. I might have to go underneath. Yeah, I might have to do that. I might have to make a bracket for this and put it right here or here. Alright, so I bent up this first line. I really don't do this often at all. This is probably only the second time I've ever done this, and second time, because I did my Model A. That was the first time I've ever run brake lines for a whole car. So this one's gonna go to the front master cylinder and down to the T. So I'll bend one up and see if it fits. So I bent this up. You know, to the specs of that little piece we made. Now just, you know, cutting it off. It's copper nickel, so it's very soft. Okay, very quick. So yeah, I hope this works. Kelly, did you drill the whole hole?
I went through the second one, but I need your help to get through the third.
Okay, so almost done with that one. I hope this will exactly what we need. We might need to kind of give it a little hand job and get it to fit properly, but I think we're in business. And we can't forget to put our fittings on before we flare the ends. I'm telling myself as much as I'm telling Kelly and every one of you guys, because we've all been there. We get the line finished and we flare the end and we go to put it on. There's no fitting. So, always put your fittings on. Alright guys, so almost fits. I'm going to try and make it fit better. So I think I think when I cut that end a little shorter, this end here, I cut that a little shorter, I think it'll work the way I'm planning it to work. Yeah, we'll get the ends on it and we'll get it done. I think we still might have to drill that hole a little bit bigger because we need to fit the fitting through too, so a couple more steps on this step a bit. Be all good. Alright, so I'm cutting the end off of this. I realized last time I cut it, I kind of went a little too aggressive with this cutter. And since this copper nickel is so soft, I kind of crushed one end, and it's not good for when you flare the end of it. It probably doesn't help that I can't go all the way around it either. So I don't know if that's the issue here. Yeah, I think that is. I can't get all the way around it. But, yeah, that should be alright. Alright, so this takes these big ones, I believe, 9/16 thread inside of that Mustang master cylinder. One is. Alright, well, there's two sizes. I don't know what the other one is. 9/16 and the other one is half 20. So half 20 is the one for the front, 9/16 for the back. Alright, I just put this flare on. I didn't want to record it because I thought I was going to mess it up, but I didn't, so it's alright. So this should screw right into the master cylinder. Okay, good. I thought I did the wrong one for a second. I was feeling it, I'm like, this seems awfully big. No, these are the big ones. Okay, dodge a bullet. So like, why would you make two different sizes on your master cylinder? I know it's probably a reason, but jeez. I don't want it slipping out of this little thing. This is the biggest flaw with these, is they slip. I said, use your muscles. No. But the guy's probably yelling at me. You have a vice, throw it in the vice. Yeah. I get it.
You tell him.
And you're right. I just don't think. Oh, look at that. So much easier, guys, right?
Whoa.
Much better. Thanks for telling me. That looks nice, right? Almost professional. So, last night Kelly was helping me do the brake lines, and this morning I got them all to myself. She got to watch the kids, obviously. So, doing this in preparation. I'm just doing this so we can drive the truck. This is exactly where I want the rubber line on the passenger side. I wanted to go through the frame, but there's so much stuff right there, like the shock mount, the motor mount. It wouldn't have been easy to get the clip in, so I think I'm going to make brackets and hang it just underneath the frame. So, not the way I wanted to do it, but the way it has to be done. Alright, so I made this little bracket to hold the, really, underneath the camera, this guy. It's going to go in here, the clip's going to go on the other side, but I need to rotate its orientation and kind of pull it out a bit, so let's see if I can do that at the same time. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I'll just try and... Okay. I think that's actually what I need. Funky little bracket. Should bolt right to the bottom of the cross member. And my doohickey will go right there. Nice, nice. And then my clip will then go there. And it'll be nice and nice and nice, nice and nice and nice. Dude. Alright. So, now let me get this one painted. Or I might have to make another one. So let me put this on temporarily. Make the other one. Then I can paint them both. And then just start running the other lines. So. Alright, so as you can see, it's clipped up here with the line of my little bracket that I made. So that ain't going anywhere, and I moved left and right, and there's plenty of slack in the line. The other side got the same thing, but the only thing I need to do is make the tiny line from here to the T that is going to be right here. I just don't have the T yet. I gotta ride my bike and go pick it up. So before I do that, I'm going to route this line, the long one that goes down the torque tube, and the ones that go left and right either side of the rear end. So I'm gonna start pulling out lines, straightening it out, and getting it ready for that. Not sure how I want to route it. I don't know if I want to go just put a T here and go one down this bone and one down the other bone, or go to the rear end and split them. My whole thing is there's really no good place to secure the line on the torque tube, so I might go down each bone if I have enough you know, enough material for it. So I guess I gotta figure that one out. I'll look it up and see what other people do. If most people go down the bone, I'm just gonna go down the bones. You know, if everyone's doing it, it's gotta be right. Not necessarily, but you know, most of the time. So I've cut a little bit more than 48 inches because that's like about what I need. Alright, so I got this. Now I'm going to make the front bends, and the end is really just going to end up being the end. It's going to be straight. I don't think it's going to have a bend to it at all. Alright, so here we got the brake lines all twisted up. Got the mounts on, little brackets. This comes up and down. The torque tube stops here at the T, and I'm going to go one side by each. And the front here, you can see I made my little line from the T up and around. Goes into there, so you can see that, I hope. So everything's done, it's not tightened up besides the two rear brake lines, which I'm going to do right now. You can see the brackets. drill a hole in the cross member for the bottom bracket, and I use the, what is that? The front wishbone mount for the second bracket. So yeah, now I just got to bend up some. They're probably going to be the same thing, but just left and a right. So I'm going to try my best not to screw it up and make them look even. Because I'm running out of line, it's not too much left here. Should be enough, definitely, but we'll see. Alright, so brake lines are done, and I did it in front of the rear end so it doesn't look like I have hydraulic brakes and there's not some ugly lines you can see from the rear. But I did sneak them up and around, and I didn't tilt my backing plates like that book tells you to, or how the ham tells you to. I didn't have to flip them upside down. I relieved them for the casting here, like normal, but as you can see, fitting goes in just fine. Clears everything. So I know this doesn't work on everybody's Model A, but I wouldn't be so quick to mess with your backing plates until you bolt them on and see if it'll work, because there's no sense in doing all that modification to the backing plates when you can literally cut out a little piece this big for the casting to poke through and then bolt it onto the original holes, because it works. But there's nothing to do with the brake. Oh, actually it does, but got this on here. They split each way. Probably gonna put a zip tie or something here. I'm not sure how I want to do that, but it really doesn't move. It's up and around and down. Everything seems to be out of the way. So, brakes are plumbed. I don't know if they're done, but they're plumbed.